Good. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Coffee Talk. Oh, man. It's Tuesday at 7 p.m. And this is Coffee Talk number 381 live stream. Welcome. Thank you for being here. KP Heathen, mom of 4 boys, Utah Mike. Appreciate you guys coming out on a cold night. I hope y'all are warm. Uncle Owl by Bullfrog 79 and Melinda Elliott. Welcome. Yeah, the snow apocalypse. First time in about 8 years we've had snow here in Victoria. We had maybe an inch. Most of it is melted. There's still a little bit out there. And tonight's going to be a lot colder night than last night. Last night it got down to about 30. Tonight it's supposed to get down to about 22. My wife brought me a bowl of spaghetti with meatballs about 5 minutes before I was due to start the live stream. She says, "Well, I can heat it up for you." I said, "Okay, give it to me." I had at it and I ate most of it. And I love the garlic bread. She hooked it up. And I'm finishing off a Diet Coke. I don't normally drink a whole Diet Coke. I drink about half of one. Earlier today I had about half of one. And then I finished the other half with my meal. Oh, life is good. Truly, life is good. Get down to 9. It's never been that cold where I'm at. It has gotten down to 18 or 19 degrees, but it's never got down in the single digits, to my knowledge. -5. Hey, Idaho Garden Girl, welcome. So I posted some pictures on my community wall, out my front yard, and I did 2 videos. I did one of the front and I did one of the back as shorts, and I posted them as shorts. If you haven't had a chance to look at them, leave a like and a comment if you would, please. Sorry, bad. Ugh. Oftentimes spit into a trash can. Yeah, I bet you the heat's having a workout. 7 watching and 8 likes. Wonderful. Appreciate everybody's support. Well, they had they had most of their stuff indoors today in Washington. I thought it was funny. Senator Fetterman, who's probably the most moderate Democrat in the Senate or even in Congress, he came in. He came in gym shorts and a hoodie, and you could hear people talking, about how he was dressed. A big guy, bigger than me. He came in there. I guess from a distance. Well, no, but I guess if I showed up looking like that, they'd probably think I was Fetterman. Excuse me. Ugh. My nose. Nasty, nasty, nasty. In 12 years here in northern Utah, my daughter had one day of school starting late due to snow. Well, we didn't have school today, and we're not having school tomorrow. So I will have a 2-day work week. And they did early payday, so I got paid today. Don't tell the wife. But I got paid today. Normally get paid on the 25th, which would have probably been Saturday, and I could understand me getting paid, because usually get a day early, so I understood probably I'd get my pay Friday. Already got it. So, just thinking about things to talk about. My understanding, and there's a stink right now, Trump pardoned 1,500, right at 1,500 people who were arrested, sentenced, tried, put in jail for January the 6th. And he pardoned 1,500. Now, there may have been a few that he didn't pardon if they felt like there were a few that actually were a little violent, did some destruction, or fought with the Capitol Police. I'm sure he didn't pardon them. But 1,500 people he's supposed to pardon. So Senator Mike Lee was complaining because the day that he did the pardon, which was yesterday, only 2 people were released. They released 2 people, let them out the back door, didn't release anybody else. And it got back to Senator Lee and following day, and they hadn't released anybody else, so he's mad as hell about it. So he's telling people, call your congressman, call your senator, complain. He was going to let the president know about it, but they're defying the presidential pardon for these people. A big, big, big stink. Yeah, fried chicken, chili with beans and waffles. I don't know about that combination. I like waffles with butter, honey. I don't know about waffles with chili. I've heard people they'll get a waffle with chicken fried steak. I've seen that in restaurants for breakfast. Never had it myself. 5,000 less than Biden. Well, he got rid of that woke DEI head of the Coast Guard. The woman head of the Coast Guard, he fired her. And he had them take General Miley's picture down. All the Joint Chiefs of Staff, they put their pictures on the wall, and he had them take that picture down. Oh, Lord. And he did what he promised when he canceled the security clearances of those 51 people who said that the laptop, the Hunter Biden laptop, was Russian disinformation. He canceled every one of their so what that does, a lot of them are working as consultants, and they're working for, they're working CNN or MSNBC, or they're working as consultants for somebody. And the fact that they still have their security clearance allows them to get information, secure information. Cutting that off, it basically is, a lot of them probably will lose their jobs because keep, they can't acquire secret information or secure information the way they were before. So he promised he was going to do that, and he did that. Food, forests, permaculture. How's it going? He made a lot of promises, and I'm sure he's going to keep them. He signed he signed a load of executive orders, and they shut down that app day one that you can get a court date, but basically going into that app, they shut that thing down in a hurry. Right now, the things I'm keying on, they're very much concerned about the Panama Canal, about the Chinese influence. They're very much concerned about that. There's a lot of people down there, a lot of Chinese nationals down there, military age, thousands of them, and they have control of a port facility on either side of the canal, right near the entrance to the canal. And the concern is, and I'd hope everybody would understand this. A Chinese company, whether you say it's independent or not, it's owned by the Chinese Communist Party, and ultimately they answer to the Chinese Communist Party. So if they decide they want to get into a conflict with us, and the CCP says shut down the canal, and they're able to do it, they will shut down the canal, or they will attempt to shut down the canal. And it's been noted that the way these facilities are, they could very easily be used for dual purposes, to try to at least temporarily prevent access to the canal. So it would be crucial us trying to get military assets from the Atlantic fleet over to the Pacific fleet to go over if we had to defend that part of the world. So if they were able to shut things down for 2 or 3 weeks, that would give them an advantage. And it would also mean that we would have to go a lot further to get our assets over there. Critical time. So he has said that, as we're going to retake control of the canal. And the canal zone basically was 5 miles on either side of the canal. So it's like a 10-mile wide canal zone that was U.S. territory, U.S. controlled, and that's basically what we would take back. And then they would evict those Chinese companies. Now that might cause a big stink. China would probably raise hell about it. They would probably try to retaliate in some way. They got us. They got us by a chokehold in certain ways, because we get a lot of our medicine from China. We get some of our precious earth minerals that we need to use for higher technology from China. Now, why would we want to be in a position with our chief competitor, the one that we really, if we're going to get into a conflict, that's probably who we're going to get in a conflict with. Why would we want to allow them to be in that position with us? We also get medicine from India. But we should be doing what we need to do here, not overseas. We should not be allowing overseas entities to purchase, acquire, control our vital, like the steel industry, shipbuilding. We have 5 shipyards that basically construct our ships. And it takes a while to build these ships. And they're not building as many as the Chinese are. The Russians are building ships. They're building submarines. We are building, we build quality. What we build is quality, but we're not building enough. So that's another area that they really, and plus you have to have people that are qualified that can do the work. And we really if we try to expand what we're doing, you have to train a lot of people. It takes a while to train them. It takes a while to train them. So you have to take into consideration that. I don't know that we will have an invasion. Little Lone Prepper, hello, Little Lone Prepper. I don't know that we're going to invade the Panama Canal. I think we're basically going to tell them we're basically going to go back in there. I don't think it's going to be a fight. I don't think it would be a fight. That's just like, taking control of Greenland. It would not be a fight. When you talk about Greenland, and I've said this before, I live in a city of 65,000 people. We have a mayor and we have a city council. They meet regularly. Greenland has a population of under 60,000, 57,000. I don't know the exact number, but it's not as big as my city. Half the population's in the capital, which is called Newt. It's a population of about, maybe a little less than half the population. And so, you're talking about the equivalent of a mayor and a city council. When they start talking about their prime minister and their parliament, it's like a city council with a mayor. Denmark is in a spot. They're either going to sell it to us, or probably in April, they'll have their election, and Greenland will declare itself independent, in which case we won't have to give Denmark anything, and we'll basically just deal directly with Greenland. And we will secure it, and they will benefit by it, because we'll spend a lot of money in there. We'll do a lot to upgrade. It's like Alaska, we'll do a lot to upgrade their quality of life. I don't think we're going to lose Alaska. I don't see that happening. I think eventually we'll gain all of Canada. But I've been watching some of these videos where they talk about China getting into it with us and getting into it with Taiwan. They decide to go into Taiwan, and we defend Taiwan. Japan's involved. Australia's involved. The Philippines are involved. Korea may be involved, but then Korea has to be careful about North Korea. So perhaps their involvement will be more securing the border, so we don't have to be fighting, trying to defend Korea as well as deal with the Chinese. They say it will be very costly to us as far as men in our Navy, but that ultimately China would lose. China's not going to want to use nukes. We have a lot more. And if they were to attack the homeland, that would basically trigger NATO, and the full strength of NATO would be involved. China's got everybody upset with them. I do not believe that they want to take on the world. You know. I don't see that happening. But you never know. You never know. You may be right. Mom of 4 boys. The service Trump went into today, yes. Yes. Yes, I know. Well, that's true. 2 genders. Everybody knows that. Yeah, China will definitely have to be dealt with in Canada, Howie. Um, it's going to take a little bit of time. I've been looking at clips of the wall construction along the Texas border. Texas is actively building wall. They're using the components that the Trump administration in the first term had purchased that Biden was trying to get rid of, and they're doing the construction that should have been done 4 years ago. Right now, it's going to take time. It will take time to build the wall, and it will take time to evict. J.D. Vance was saying 25 million illegals. One thing you have to understand, 12 to 14 million came in under Biden, but there were a bunch that came in under Trump, and there were a bunch that came in under Obama. You know, there have been illegals coming in, roughly 50 million people, foreign born. Now, another thing that they keep talking about is the 14th Amendment. They're saying that Trump cannot do away with anchor babies, that if they're born on our soil, they're citizens. And basically, what the 14th Amendment says, and it was basically written right after the Civil War, and it was designed for the slaves, the former slaves, and to protect the rights of the former slaves, or to give them rights, is that anybody born here whose parents were subject to our laws, meaning if the parents are citizens, then the child born would be a citizen. If the parent is not, and that's just the way they've been interpreting it. They've been allowing it to be interpreted like that. And I know that they're going to fight Trump on that. And I think they've already filed at least one suit on that. And it will be the Supreme Court who will make that decision. And hopefully, the fact that it's a conservative court, there's 5 conservatives plus the Chief Justice, who often votes with the leftists. Hopefully, they'll vote the right way. Because coming over, giving birth on U.S. soil does not make that child a U.S. citizen. We're the only country that's basically interpreted that. It is killing us. We cannot continue to do that. And they're going to have to go back and they're going to have to start deporting them. You know. Trump has already announced a 25% tariff on Mexico, a 25% tariff on Canada. He's talking about tariffs on China. He's going to have at it. He's having at it. Take care, Howie. Belinda's Country Living, how you doing? Thank you for coming. 10 in the house, 10 likes. So when I did my community wall post today, I shouted out 20 channels, most of which are in here right now. I basically looked at who was in my live stream last time I did a live stream, and I basically shout out 20 channels. And I've got a list of about 42 channels that come into me regularly, and I'm trying to focus on paying them back with view time, with likes and comments. And it's going to take me a little time, but I'm trying to work my way through them. I've been giving some love to Buying Space. She's been giving some love to me, and I've been giving some love to her. And I try to, and I'm bad about answering all the comments. I hit miss, or maybe you might leave comments on 3 or 4 things, and I answer one of them. And I apologize for that. Claudette, up in Kent on the border, she is a very good supporter, and she has been going through everything I've been putting out. And she leaves lengthy comments, and sometimes I'll leave her a lengthy response to her comment. But I just know I haven't been, I'm not where I should be. I haven't had the energy to be where I should be. I'm going through paperwork right now. It'll be tax season. I was communicating with my daughter. I normally do her tax return. My daughter Amanda just recently got married. And I told her, well, this will be the last tax return I do for you, because next year you'll file jointly with your husband. And she just got married at the end of December, so I'll do this one last tax return for her. I was telling her what I need. I said, I need the W-2 forms, and then I need the, I forgot what it was, but the one that basically says you, under the Obamacare thing, that you have, it's like a 1095C or something, that you have insurance coverage. I need that one. Because they're not penalizing you now the way they were before. It used to be, if you didn't have insurance, they would penalize you about half the cost of insurance. They'd penalize you for not having insurance. That was some of Obama's crap, that Obamacare. And I've been looking at my wife's, she gets all these Blue Cross Blue Shield about stuff that they're doing, trying to keep track of when she has her appointments. And everything rolls over January the 1st, so now I'm having to pay. I was maxed out, so all this stuff that was coming in previously, all that stuff was basically insurance pay for it, because we're maximum out of pocket was paid back in January of last year. So all that's a pain in the butt. Take care of you, Tom Mike. Appreciate you. Lewiston. Take care, Utah Mike. God bless you. Yeah, they got lots of stuff burning in California. Lots of stuff burning. Oh, Lord. Getting emails from VISD, my employer. North Korea, Russia, and Venezuela. Who's going to be in a fight at Lewiston? Well, they're going to. Trump vowed to restore the people. Like 8,000 people were booted out of the military because they would not take the COVID shots. And Trump just vowed to reinstate them, the ones that want to be reinstated. He said he'd pay back pay. That'll be very expensive, but I think that's the right thing to do. I don't know. Things are just really screwed up. They've got to build the wall, and they've got to clean up these big cities. They really got to clean up the big cities. That's where the left wing gets all their votes. These big cities, they're like basically garbage cans. Dam's Lifestyle. Hello. Welcome. Please, if you'd like to support the channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. So, you know, people have been asking me about preparedness. And what do they do for preparedness? And I've said, like, okay, you see the stoves that I send? You watch me long enough, support me, you generally will wind up getting a little package from me at some point when I get around to it. And I send out stuff that I like. I use like different types of coffee sticks and beverage powders and hot sauces and various things. And then I also send out items that are very useful, like camp stoves. So people say, well, the power goes out and I don't have a generator. What do I do to heat water, or what do I do, you know, to heat stuff? And if you look at one of the videos that I do, this is a folding stove, and you can use propane or camp heat. This is a small folding stove that uses tabs. I send these out with tabs, and I send out the propane, or no, I send out the sterno, a couple of cans of sterno. I send out water tabs, matches, stuff that, okay, you got a good pot, you got a good steel cup, you heat your water for your coffee or your hot tea, or heat your soup, or boil water. You need boiling water for freeze-dried food and such, reconstitute it. Yep. Mike Crusher Reviews. Good evening, Mike. Have you put out anything for me to watch? I have to go check to see if you put out anything new, Mike, so I can go watch it. Mike is my go-to guy when it comes to rations and freeze-dried food and all sorts of delectable edibles. I like those videos that you put out when you got beautiful daughters. My two daughters are in their mid-20s. His little girls are like 10, 12 years old. He's got precious children. And very, very, very bright kids. I like to see those joint where he does a father-daughter review. I really enjoyed those. I think those are very popular. At least they're popular with me. Uh, 11 in the house, 11 likes. I tell you what, I have not been getting that many views on my shorts. I've been putting out some really good shorts, and they're not even getting 100 views. I don't know what's going on with the algorithm. Before my wife had her, she had to have surgery again in September, and several months recovering. Before that happened, I was getting, there were some live streams I was getting 300, 350 views. Now, I get less than 50. I mean, some of them I'm getting like 35 views or whatever. It's not, I don't think the algorithm's being too kind to me. And it seems like maybe people have forgotten me. Cruising Scene. Hello, Cruising Scene. Thank you for coming. Welcome. So, people are very upset. People are filing lawsuits. That daytime ABC show, The View, has like 5 women who are socialists and one that supposedly is a Republican, supposedly one conservative and a bunch of liberals. There have been several lawsuits filed. Carrie Underwood has filed against them. Melania Trump has filed against them. Elon Musk filed against them. A lot of lawsuits, big lawsuits being filed. They're filing against that Sonny Hoskins, and she's really pissing everybody off with some of the stuff that she's saying. Yeah, kerosene here is good. The buddy heaters are good. I posted on my community wall here a couple of days ago. Walmart had them on sale for $74. And they use those 1-pound propane tanks, or you get a hose, these extension hoses, where you can hook it up to a 20-pound propane tank. It's 4:30 a.m. in Kenya, guys. Need to get back to sleep. Bye, guys. Be blessed. Thank you for coming, ma'am. Blessings to you. Take care. Mr. Whistle. Hello, Mr. Whistle. Nine in the house, 14 likes. -2. God bless you. And I'm glad you're doing fantastic. I hope you're staying warm. So, yesterday's live stream was canceled due to emergency replacement of a dryer. When we did our remodel 7 years ago, and we completely replaced all of our appliances, my wife went for a Korean-made washer and dryer. So top of the line, everything was, just bells and whistles. Well, the washer went out and really couldn't get it repaired, so we replaced the washer. And then here it is a couple of months later, the dryer is acting up. It was going to cost as much to buy a new one as it was to replace it. So I said, the hell with that. We just went and replaced it. So we got the matching set now. And, you get American brand. Devil Dog Prepper. Hello, Devil Dog Prepper. Hadn't seen you recently. Hope you're doing okay. Please leave a like to support the channel. Be greatly appreciated. So, I will be off again tomorrow. It'll be maybe 22 in the morning. I don't expect any more snow. There's a little bit on the ground out there that didn't melt. Mostly it melted today. We probably got about an inch, I'd say. But it got up above freezing midday, and or 10:30, 11 in the morning, it got up above freezing, and it started thawing, and it, over the course of the day, pretty much, there's still a few spots here and there where I guess it had piled up. It still has a little bit on the ground. I wonder how many wrecks there were. I was talking to my wife. I was communicating with my daughter. Said, hey, drive slow. Don't tailgate. Don't slam on your brakes. You don't want to slide into somebody. Be careful. And there are a lot of nut drivers out there. They slide all over the damn place. They have very heavy feet. They accelerate and they slam on their brakes. Good way to skid in icy conditions. So I would anticipate there were probably a number of accidents. The boneheads were out driving. Just bought a new washer a month ago. I hate it. I like to have the lid up and load while filling. My new one won't start unless the lid is closed. Well, I hear you. Smart thing to do is to stay in. My wife wants to go out and go shopping. Everything, like a lot of the restaurants were closed. She went over to Walmart and got a few things we needed. I said, well, go ahead and go into, they have a little Subway in Walmart. Subway was closed. Said, get a foot-long Subway, cut in half, we'll share it. It was closed. So she came back and made me a tuna sandwich. Yeah, my washing machine's top loader. We have to move stuff around. You know, to get the old one out, the new one in, we have to move stuff around because it's real tight. It's a big pain in the butt with all the stuff that the wife has. Well, yeah, there was delivery service, but my wife didn't want to pay the $100 to have it delivered and set up. Plus, we still had to move a bunch of stuff to make it accessible to them. So we just did it ourselves. I've got a Jimmy, so we basically put it in the back end of our Jimmy and brought it home. I unboxed it, used our dolly, bring it up inside. It's a pain, but it was taken care of. Buying space. Hello, buying space. Myra, you doing okay? I tell you what, I like those 3 chili dogs, Uncle Al. That's a meal. Uncle Al's got a meal there. 3 chili dogs. I don't remember the last time I ate 3 chili dogs. I've eaten 2 chili dogs, but 3, woo, you got an appetite, man. No, nothing's like it used to be. I think the best thing to do is just get Maytag. Maytag's about the best brand you can get. Maytag appliances. Speed Queen. Okay. I'm not up on all the latest in the brands. Whirlpool, Frigidaire. I'm partial to American brands. Nothing wrong with basic. Oh God Almighty, woman! Coleslaw, the chili dog, not likely. Chili and cheese. Chili and cheese. Frigidaire's the way to go. I don't know. Not my area of expertise. The older I get, the more I know what I don't know. You have to be humble. I don't go around you with a chip on my shoulder. Well, I got 2 graduate degrees. I got 2 bachelor's degrees. Please. When it comes to a few subjects, I know quite a bit. When it comes to most subjects, I know very little. I mean, I'm being honest with you. Yeah, old school. Samsung, yeah. Hold the phone. You like yours with butter? Onions. Onions is good. I like onions. Mustard's fine. Chili and coleslaw. God almighty. Well, yeah, I have a fireplace. We haven't used it this winter. Wood burning fireplace, yep. The house was built in '66. And in the den, I got a wood burning fireplace. And we haven't had it serviced, and, and it just haven't used it this winter. Yeah, we got plenty of wood. We don't need to get any more wood until we use it. We also, we cut wood, and we keep it covered. Gotta let the stuff dry out. You don't want it green. Get it green, it just smokes. I feel for the people who live where it's real cold and it stays real cold for 3 or 4 months. If they're using wood burning, they're using a lot of wood, and they'll go and they'll have somebody deliver cords. You know, oh, I got 30 cords of wood or whatever. I mean, they know based on what they use how much they probably need. Uh, yeah, I can imagine. Cruising scene. You're in Texas because I'm in Victoria, Texas. Charge yourself. Yeah, it's a good one. 2 degrees. -10 wind chill. Fort Worth, well, God bless you. I like Fort Worth more than I like Dallas. It's a little bit redder. And I try to avoid Dallas. Funny thing is, Dallas is, to me, just, they got a lot of problems, inner city problems, crime problems. I think the mayor recently converted, became a Republican. I used to have to go to Dallas when I used to be very active in Gideon's International. The Gideon's Bible. Used to be very active in Gideon's International. Used to be on the state cabinet. And we'd have meetings in different places, and periodically, a couple times a year, I'd have to drive up to Dallas with the family years and years ago for meetings. And they were usually in a big hotel. We'd be there for the weekend. And when you left the hotel, there would be these porn places all around it. The part of town. Nice hotel. But you go down 2 blocks and you got this porn row. And just, I don't know. Yeah, wood burning's nice. Oh, I'll give you one. So, we rented an SUV for the daughter's wedding, and we were going to be responsible for the wedding dress, getting the wedding dress there, and all the various accoutrements and various stuff. So we had a rented SUV. all the bells and whistles. And we had to go up to the northern side of Houston to Spring, Texas. The venue was up there. And we went ahead and take a toll road. And we took the toll road at about 35 miles of tow road going across Houston. And it was good road. It didn't have near the traffic because of tolls. So we went up, and then when we came back, we went through the toll road going the opposite direction. When we got back down, and I turned in the car. We had it for the weekend, and it was about, I guess for the weekend it was $250. I got a $23 bill deducted, $23 deducted from my card for the tolls. That they scan your license plate, and they scanned it as a rented vehicle, so the rental service debited the card for an extra $23 to pay for the tolls. Now, can you imagine if you have you on a regular basis have to go across town and back, and you take the tolls? Can you imagine $20+ a day just for tolls, round trip? Disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, power outages. They talk about hacking, the Chinese hacking, the Russian hacking, how they could interfere with the power grid, things to screw, to cause serious trouble. If we got into it with them, I can very easily see they have thousands of people over here of military aides that they probably snuck in. I can see them being up to no good and doing stuff to affect us if we got into it with them over there. Same thing with the Panama Canal. I can see them shutting down the Panama Canal, and they could do lots of stuff to try to hurt us. Lots of stuff to hurt us. Remember, the Chinese communists are atheists. They're not opposed to anything. Somebody was asking me, where you're at in Florida is 43 degrees. Might get down to 29, yeah. Well, the other thing, the smart thing to do would be bury your lines. Bury the lines. Back during the war, they were trying to bomb German facilities. A lot of their stuff was underground. Their lines were underground. Power lines and such. They had their stuff encased in concrete underground. So they didn't have near the problems. And like places where you're prone to have hurricanes and repeat calamity and such, it would be best to have your lines underground. Like Puerto Rico, they get the crap knocked out of them every year, and it costs a little bit more to bury the lines. But once you bury those main conduits, you don't have to worry about it. Storm wouldn't do a damn thing to them. It's like, but the people making the decisions are stupid. like out in California, you know. Um, the Los Angeles City Council, not one Republican. Mayor, big woke socialist. Big woke, you know. Just when she got off that plane and they're asking her about the fires and everything, she's just there, wide-eyed stare with her mouth open. I mean, honest to God, wide mouth stare with her mouth open. And then, you know, the governor, oh, he's a used car salesman. Oh, look at all the positives. You know, they're starting to call him Governor Nero. Always looking at the bright side. Now they get to rebuild. Think of all the rebuilding they can do. Billions of dollars worth of destruction. People out of their homes. I mean, old homes, old money. Think of all the priceless stuff that's destroyed. They were talking about Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's out $80 million and it wasn't insured. You know, my question would be, what would it cost to insure $80 million worth of property? Like he lost a $600,000 Rolls Royce. He lost millions of dollars worth of jewelry. You know, you would hope that he had like some fire, as wealthy as he was, he should have had fireproof safes and such. Something that would survive the fire for all of his paperwork and his collectibles and such. You know, if he had coins and if he had jewelry and such, all that should have been in a fire safe, and that stuff would survive. And then you got to worry about the looters getting it. They got looters out there like you wouldn't believe. Take care, Uncle Al. Thank you for coming. Appreciate you. I don't know. So I'll try to get some more shorts out. I got tons of shorts. I'll try to get some more shorts out. Probably do another community wall post, do some shout outs tomorrow. I will plan on being back for another edition of Coffee Talk tomorrow at 7 p.m. I'll probably be back at work Thursday, but I'm off tomorrow. So I will continue to keep you all informed about what I think is going on. State Farm notified lots of California homeowners that they weren't going to insure them anymore. People had to call around to try to find insurance. Yes. Well, things are very expensive out there. And they're talking about possible recession. And people are panic buying toilet paper, bread, milk, the sheeple. 52 people in the congressional delegation, 52 seats. 9 of them are Republican. Both the senators are Democrats. I mean, I don't know. You know, you give them money to try to bail them out, and they don't spend it the right way. It's like they need to go in and just take over government out there. Just take over and appoint some people with common sense to make the decisions. It's pathetic. It really is. Yeah, buddy heater. I haven't used it. I got 2 of them. Oh, buddy heater. Oh. I have all sorts of stuff that I haven't used. Anyway, be prepared. Preparedness, be prepared. I guess they want to make sure they can take care of the paperwork. What can the toilet paper do? Well, if you don't have any, you're in a bad way. If you don't have any, you're in a bad way. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Yeah, peace of mind. Peace of mind. Oh, Uncle Al is posting. I get notifications. Uncle Al is posting shorts. Making mini waffles. Uncle Al's posting shorts. Yeah, I have a wood stove. Hey, take care, Mike. God bless you. Thanks for coming. So, when I get up in the morning, I say the Lord's Prayer. I thank God for the day, contemplate, drink my first cup of coffee, take my medication. I think about the stuff going on. I thank God that I'm alive. I pray for my family and friends. I talk to people that contact me. I contact a few people. I'm in a little text message chain with 3 of my support ladies that support me at work. And we're sending pictures back and forth of our pets and what it looked like outside and the kids and various stuff, and just good people. It's good to have good people around you. So treat people the way you want to be treated. A good leader has to be a good follower and lead by example. Old school. I'm old school. Black t-shirt. I mean, that's me. I'm wearing some red shorts and a black t-shirt, you know. About an hour before I did my live stream, I took a shower. And I feel really good after a shower. You shower, put your deodorant on, and you feel good. When I get off, I'm gonna lay down on my couch here next to me and probably watch some shorts, or I might. I was going through Hulu and Netflix and nothing on. I mean, I pay for them, but I don't watch much of them. I watch a lot of clips on YouTube. All right. Well, thank you for being here, Cruising Space, and everybody. I will plan on being back tomorrow at 7 for another edition of Coffee Talk. And I'll start working on what I'll put together another Coffee Talk news. I've done 3 of them so far. I'm trying to do about 1 a week. And remember, leave a like and supportive comment on the last 5 videos I released. Once I hit 1,900, I'll be doing another drawing giveaway. And it'll be the people who have done last 5 videos. Like and comment. Supportive comments. And right now I'm sitting at 1,812 or so. I'm still down from where I was. YouTube says I'm 3 down from where I was. No, I'm a lot more than 3 down from where I was, but you know, I'm slowly climbing back up. Hopefully I won't get another purge. Thank you, and everybody, you know, say your prayers and keep a positive attitude, and hopefully we'll get through it. I think the new sheriff in town is going to do a good job for us, and it's a lot better than what we had before. Everybody, God bless. Bye.